So it's been a while. I haven't made a video in a long time. Well, I posted that one. If you haven't seen my last video, I'll put it right here. It was a really short video. It's probably about 2 minutes long. What it was just a compilation of clips that I got when I was in Los Angeles flying a tiny whoop. So if you don't know what a tiny whoop is a little micro-sized quadcopter. See this right here? This is a tiny whoop. So it is just like a class of quadcopter. This specifically is the Kenobi drone AcroWhoop. So it's got the really small FPV camera on there, the antenna, and then I'm rocking the Kenobi drone unicorn motors on here with that yellow frame. It's pretty nice. I love the tiny whoop because you can fly it basically anywhere. If I want to fly it in my garage here, if I want to fly it in my house, I want to fly it at school even. Me and Gavin started a whole club around these and other FPV quads and stuff like that. But right now, because of the weather, we've been mainly focused on flying these inside. It's a lot of fun. So these tiny whoops can come in all sorts of different configurations and shapes. The size doesn't really differ because that's kind of what makes it a tiny whoop, is the small size. So this right here is one of the batteries that the tiny whoop uses. This is from the company Kenobi Drone, which makes the AcroWhoop V2, which I have been showing off in this video. So nitro nectar, it's 255 milliamp hours with a C rating of 60C. I have my goggles on my head, so I have to kind of crouch down so you can see the whoop on top. But I'm gonna show you guys some flight footage. I'm just gonna fly around my garage and you guys can see how it flies. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stand where you guys can see me flying, like through the camera. But I'm also going to show you the DVR footage, so I gotta take this off my head. Alright, so I'm going to take off. Whoa. I'm insane! Shit. As you can see through the DVR, I can go up in the rafters here. Sorry if you can't hear me talking very well, this thing's kind of loud. But I can explore everything that's up here all day long. And you can see on my OSD, in the bottom right corner I have my battery voltage. Bottom left I have my flight timer, which is kind of important. If you fly these for too long, these LiPos can puff up and explode. So that's no good. But yeah, and then in the bottom obviously I just have my name. You can change this to whatever you want. I can fly behind the camera, you can fly around me. Oh boy. Yeah, the reason I like the Kenobi drone AcroWhoop so much is because you can use it with Betaflight. And if you don't know what Betaflight is, it allows you to fully customize your quads and tune them you can tune them to your liking. I don't really mess with the tunes because I'm not that knowledgeable in tuning, but the stock tune on the V-Brain V2 is really nice. Oh, I hit a rafter. Oh boy, now there's a bunch of stuff in my duct, so I'm gonna land so I can clean that out. So yeah, I can just disarm it and catch it in my hand. How nice. Now I'm gonna go back out. And here we go. Ah, that's my face. Fine. If you're considering buying a tiny whoop, I would just go all the way, buy the nicest one you can, because you'll have the best experience and you won't have to upgrade in the near future. And instead, if you buy a cheap one, you're probably... Oh, my battery is completely dead. As I was saying, if you're gonna buy a cheap one, you'll probably end up wanting to upgrade it. Remember when I said if you fly these batteries for too long, they'll explode? Yeah, I just flew this one for too long. It's not gonna explode, but it's hot, and they're hot. I have kind of formed an obsession with these things. They're so much fun to fly, and I love how you can literally just fly in them wherever you want. So I'm going to be flying one of the tiny whoop batteries now. It says tiny whoop high voltage, that's what HV stands for. Okay, so here we go. So you can fly the AcroWhoop or really any Betaflight enabled flight controller in the stabilization mode, which I'm flying in right now. Which basically, no matter how far you tilt the sticks, it'll go back to completely level. And this is what most people use for racing. I find it just more fun. You don't have to worry about where your sticks are as much. You can just kind of have fun. That being said, Acro does have its advantages. So if I switch in Acro my transmitter, I can be a little more aggressive with my my angles. And I don't know if you can even see it behind me. I'm sure you can't. I'm gonna do a front flip. Oh, that was not successful. Haha. And there I am. Yeah. I know this video wasn't super content filled. I basically just want to let you guys know what I've been up to. FPV and quadcopters have kind of taken over my life. You know, but not, I've been doing school too, but mostly in my spare time, my free time, I've been doing this quadcopter stuff because I love it. I love this stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to see more TinyWhoop videos, I'm more than happy to make some of those. If you guys want to see just FPV in general or some GoPro footage for my 5-inch, which is really nice, definitely make sure to let me know. If you guys have any questions about RC or FPV or TinyWhoops or 5 inches or just the hobby in general, please feel free to leave in the comments. I'm really excited to make a video finally, even if it's not that long. Yeah, so enjoy this flight footage of the TinyWhoop. If you have any questions, I keep saying that, then you leave them in the comments. Here's some flight footage of the TinyWhoop. See you guys later.